Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is an SU-8. It's a Tier 6 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Redshire, and this one's under the command of Talon 1958. Now this Arty is based on the T-28 medium tank, but it's armed with a 152mm howitzer, and it's got a similar fire rate to the M44, but it's got slightly better damage per shot, which gives it a higher DPM, higher damage per minute. So it is quite a good Arty in comparison to the M44. The only problem is it doesn't have as wide an arc of fire as the M44, and that's because the gun's in a fixed mount, not a swiveling one, which is what you get on the M44. Well, the enemy hasn't been sighted yet, but won't be long. See, we've got a Mario Kart on our team, and there's a Type 64. Now, Talon's he's got a good reputation for dialing in on targets before he shoots to get accurate shots. And he's fully dialed in now on that Type 64, just trying to track it to work out where to put the shell down. If he comes up like there, good shot. Ooh, it's close. Very close. The shell whizzed past that Type 64 at high speed. Okay, we've got a Type 59 trying to enter the castle. Now, there's one good thing about this position here is, and it's one I do favour myself, is that you can shoot through the castle from this position, but you do have to keep relocating every now and then because it is a well-known firing spot. 45 TP, he's been tracked. Talon's trying to dial in, looks like he's ready, and he fires around anticipating the Type 45 TP moving, and the round lands just short of him, doesn't do any damage. Almost reloaded, going for another shot, rounds out straight away, he's fully dialed in, and that time round he got splash, 167. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it does more alpha damage than the M44. It does 600, the M44 does 550, and it'll penetrate up to 38mm of armour. Oh my gum, somebody went up explosively. It was a T-3485 got ammo racked. And it was the A43 who got him. Now, they didn't actually build this Arty, and the reason for that was the T-28 program was cancelled, and when it was cancelled, after they finished the production run, so to speak, because they did build some T-28s, built quite a lot of them actually, but they never got around to actually converting any into Arty, so it just never got built. It's a bit of a pity really, because it would have been quite a good Arty. The T-28 was quite a fast little medium tank, and it would have given the Soviets a much better Arty to play with than the ones they did use as SPGs. And I think he got a hit there. Now, the Soviets did actually use SU-76s, which of course in the game are a tank destroyer, but in actual fact they were used for indirect artillery fire as well. Okay, so he lost 76% of his health, so he's got 76, so he actually lost 24% of his health with that shot from Talon. Fires around and splashes him again for 67. In fact, he's now down to 70 hit points, and there he's gone. He's been wiped out. The team are doing rather well. There's 6 tanks ahead of the enemy now, and it's a good idea to relocate, to move position, avoid counter battery. You don't have to do it all the time, but it does help if you do it every now and then. Just keep the enemy guessing as to exactly where you are. Okay, we've got an E25 right up the back of the map. He's almost fully dialed in, working out where he's headed, and he's killed before the shot goes out. At least he saved himself around there. He's now dialing in on a UDES 14.5. This is a tier 8 game. He's tier 6 Arty, so he's going to earn extra XP for this shot. Rounds out, looks good. Direct hit! 570 hit points. I think that was a penetrating shot. We'll have to check that at the end of the game. I think it was a pen. Okay, VK3002 went straight into the bridge. Oh dear, if you do that in real life, you'd certainly know it, because the tank would be bent, not the bridge. Bridges are sturdy things, and that VK's in a whole world of trouble there, and he's dead. Now that T-3485, his gun barrel's down. I think he's AFK. He hasn't even come into the game, so he's just meat to be farmed. Fire away, lads, and partake and digest as much as you can take. It's an all-you-eat buffet. All you can eat, and he's now dead. Now there's only 3 enemies left. There's Scorpion G and 2 Arty. Both Arty are tier 6 Artys. Dialing in, going for the Scorpion G. Rounds out. Oh, wipeout! 423 hit points, went straight through the armor of the Scorpion G. I think that was another pen. They've lost one of their Arty, just the Hummel remaining. And he's probably over on the east side. Yep, the rest of the team are heading this direction. We're expecting to see him any second now, hidden amongst these bushes. He's actually a bit further, that's it, and he's gone. So that's game over. Now we'll get to see if those were pen shots. I'm pretty sure they were. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Talon 1958 in the SU-8, and in fact it's his first ace tanker in this vehicle. I actually recommended him to get this one because I thought he'd like it, and he certainly does. You could just see how well he's doing in it. He also picked up a bruiser medal, getting at least 5 critical hits from that game. And he actually managed to get 8 in total. And yes, he did get 2 pens. Now let's see. Was it? Yes, it was the Scorpion. He got one of the pens when he wiped him out altogether. And the Udes? Yes, that is the other one. Yes, it was the amount of hit points that he managed to get with each of the shots. It was so much higher than you'd normally get. So, yes, they were the pen shots. And his win rate for that game was 2,173. Now, let's have a look at team scores. Well, we can see from this, the high scorer actually was the T-44. He managed to get the high caliber, and 2,000... Oh, he didn't get a high caliber. He got a Confederate. 2,086 hit points of damage. Didn't get 20% of the enemy hit points in total. That must be the reason why he didn't get the high caliber. But we can see that Talon managed to get 1,450 hit points. When it came to kills, it was the T-34B managed to get 3, so the E-25. Talon only managed to get the 1. But when it came to base XP, he was right at the top, 1,053. And that's mainly because he was tier 6 Arty in a tier 8 game. So every time he hit a higher tier opponent, he was earning much more in the way of XP than the other tanks. So let's have a look at the detail report. He fired only 10 rounds during that game, but he got 4 direct hits and 2 penetrations. Very accurate shooting. That's always what you get from Talon. He knows how to do it accurately. 5 splash damage and damage of 1,450 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1 of them, and did 523 hit points of damage assistance and 1,302 hit points of stun assist off 6 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 48,756 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 40,656 credits. He earned 1,579 XP, times 2 for the first victory. He got 3,429 XP for completing the mission and events, so he took away 6,588 experience points altogether. So a very good ace tanker in the SU-8, and a very good first ace tanker, I would think, because actually he did do that rather effectively, and to pen 2 of the opponents, and both of them tier 8s, the Scorpion G and the UDES 14.5, both tier 8 opponents, and he penetrated them very, very nicely indeed. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.